WMIX Sports are powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Lady Rams Volleyball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Banterra Bank. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital. Raising the bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Lady Rams Volleyball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
Good evening from a steamy Changnon Gymnasium. Glad to have you with us tonight for Lady Rams Volleyball. Tonight, it's the Annies coming to town. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Good evening. Holly Carroll back at your Mount Vernon studio, and of course, Avery Barton with us here at Changnon as well. AM 940 with video at WMIXsports.com. We hope you'll enjoy tonight's broadcast as the 3-2 Lady Rams host the 0-7 Centralia Annies. This is a South 7 Conference matchup, one that we'll talk much more about after a quick commercial break. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new one account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Protect yourself and the ones you love by getting a flu shot at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's the smart and healthy thing to do. Just walk right in. No appointment is necessary, and no prescription from your doctor is required. The shot is no cost to Medicare primary beneficiaries with Part B. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have a seasonal flu shot event, which is not just one day, but usually 4 or 5 days that we schedule nurses to come in, give shots. I can also give shots to anybody who can't make those days, for example.
The Medicine Shop is also offering flu shot clinics. Here are the dates. Get your flu vaccine between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 24th, and Thursday, October 3rd, Monday, October 7th, and Tuesday, October 8th. If you're homebound, every effort will be made to schedule a home visit. Call us if you require the service. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or call 618-242-8776.
Brindley College Marketplace in Mount Vernon celebrates 12 years on the 12th of September with an open house from 4 to 7. Register to win a new Kindle Fire HD, free haircuts from Studio RLC, and much more. College staff will be on hand to answer questions about education and training programs available at the Marketplace. And look for specials at stores like Brindley College Golf Outlet, Shoe Stop, and Studio RLC. See you from 4 to 7 Thursday, September 12th at the Brindley College Marketplace, Potomac Boulevard, Mount Vernon.
Learn to live healthy, learn to live well, and learn how you can live free from unexpected medical expense with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance and the Page Agency. Health insurance that covers hospital, medical, and surgical expenses offers a wide choice of deductibles and a non-tobacco user discount, too. Rising medical costs don't have to be a problem with a major medical expense policy from Pekin Insurance. This is coverage we hope you'll never need, but you just can't be without. Call the Page Agency at 242-7000 about a major medical health insurance plan today.
Watch the Lady Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Red Lake College.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside from Mount Vernon Lady Rams Volleyball. Tonight it is the Lady Rams and the Annies of Centralia. It's a crucial South 7 Conference matchup. Lady Rams come in after a 1-2 performance at the Carbondale Preview, of course, won by, I believe, the O'Fallon Panthers. But you come into tonight, crucial South 7 Conference matchup, typically in years past, the day after Labor Day. But because the IHSA calendar rolled over a week, now this one here tonight, and it is a hot night in Changnon Gym.
Well, on my soapbox, I'd like to say that if football has all these rules, limits, and restrictions, The other fall sports do not, but that aside, that's for another day. This is the start. If you would like to have an opportunity to win a conference championship, you got to win all those games at home and figure out ways to scratch out wins on the road. And tonight begins the first of 10 matches where these two, the Mount Vernon Lady Rams team, would like to get off to a start, get back on the winning track, and get something going. Big week for the Lady Rams. Centralia home tonight, then a non-conference rivalry with Woodlawn coming in here on Thursday night.
It's a busy week for Lady Rams volleyball, a busy week for Rams and Lady Rams athletics. You'll hear a complete recap of this week's action on the Rams Report Friday night at halftime of the Mount Vernon Rams football game with Triad. We need to take a break on your Landers Collision Centers pregame show, but first, Landers Collision Centers continues to expand their service in Mount Vernon and Salem. After your next collision, ask about free detailing as long as you own your car. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888 Landers. We'll take a break. This is Lady Rams volleyball, powered by Community First Bank.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need to score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right. It's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. WMIXsports.com.
Here's Jeff Schmidt for Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon.
We've got the all-new 2014 Chevy Silverado in. The new 5.3 generates 355 horsepower with 23 miles per gallon highway for the best fuel efficiency of any V8 pickup. It is a beautiful truck. We've got some LTZs in with the chrome wheels, chrome door handles, and it's really the best-looking truck on the market right now.
Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
When you hear the warm, inviting sound of a crackling fire, what comes to mind? A rustic campground? A cozy cabin? How about the new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center? Our new family lounges feature a lot of comforts you might not expect. Things like this. No, that's not a babbling brook or serene stream out in the countryside. It's a 2-story waterfall located right here at Good Samaritan. And that's not the only way we're raising the bar for patient comfort. We've added lush healing gardens, as well as wall after wall of beautiful artwork, all designed to create the perfect healing atmosphere. And if all this sounds like music to your ears, we encourage you to check us out. Chances are, we're not too far from where you are right now.
The new Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a hospital, raising the bar.
This is Mount Vernon Lady Rams volleyball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium for your Landers Collision Centers pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes and now details them all. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. 3-2 are the Mount Vernon Lady Rams. Start the season 2-0, then go 1-2 on Saturday at the Carbondale Preview. Looking for a big win here tonight at home.
Well, and again, an advantage, a favorite, and definitely not an underdog as the Annies come in with a record of 0-7. So if you're the Lady Rams, of course, this rivalry, you can't take anything for granted, and nothing is a given. You still got to come out and play, but by things on paper, it looks like an advantage.
An advantage indeed. We'll see what happens here tonight, lest we forget. This was the team that ended the Lady Rams season a year ago. We'll tell you more about that after a quick break. This is the Landers Collision Centers pregame from WMIX Sports.
Friday night lights are back. The best in high school football content is right here at WMIX Sports. Don't miss area coaches and our panel of experts as the Saturday Sports Show revisits the region's most important games. We'll also recap the WMIXsports.com scoreboard, plus talk up other local sports. Look for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 a.m. news on WMIX 940 and WMIXsports.com, powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Hi, this is Melody True, Relationship Specialist with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. People's National Bank is a true community bank that specializes in offering a wide variety of products to suit a wide variety of people. We offer free checking, interest checking, certificates of deposit, home loans, business loans, online banking, mobile banking, and much more. Stop by any of our People's National Bank locations or visit us online at www.peoplesnationalbank.com for more information. People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909, member FDIC, equal housing.
Fuel economy and technology couldn't be more affordable at Ford Square in Mount Vernon. You'll love the fuel economy with up to 38 miles per gallon with the 2013 Ford Focus. You can't live without the technology in the 2013 Ford Fusion. Available sync with My Ford Touch allows you to keep your hands on the wheel and your eyes on the road while you play your favorite music, control the climate, make phone calls, and receive turn-by-turn directions. Save up to $1,500 in customer cash or 0% financing for 36 months on the Focus and Fusion. Or for a party on wheels, how about the 2013 Ford Fiesta? With up to $2,500 in customer cash, you'll find amazing savings on a Fiesta 4-door ready to get you 39 miles per gallon highway. See their selection at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or find their inventory online at FordSquare.com.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXSports.com. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for Lady Rams Volleyball. We told you before the break here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show, this was a team that ended the Lady Rams season last year, and that's Centralia Regional. Of course, Benton goes on to win that regional before succumbing in the sectional. But all in all, what we were talking about is not taking an 0-7 record like the Annies have for granted, because this is a conference matchup, this is a rivalry matchup. You have to throw the records out the window.
Yeah, every time these two schools play something from volleyball to Twiddlywinks, you can throw the records out, you can throw anything out the door, because these two teams mean business, and they play like it. They understand what's on the line. You got conference games, you got rivalry, possible regional. You don't know how the IHSA is going to divide things up as of yet. Only the sites have been determined. So every and any game along the way against the Annies is always an important one for the Mount Vernon Lady Rams.
Well, they're going to be important this week, because after tonight, you have a cross-county rivalry game on Thursday as the Woodlawn Lady Cardinals will come to town, and that's one where you tend to want to look at the class differential. The 1A Woodlawn Lady Cardinals and the 3A Mount Vernon Lady Rams, but when it comes to a cross-county battle, you got to throw that out the window too.
Yeah, you do, and that has been a very good spirited match over the last few years between the two schools. Obviously, Woodlawn's had a lot of success in girls' athletics, both in the junior high and high school, and that's fed over into the high school ranks. And, of course, Mount Vernon trying to build their program, of course, being the bigger school, don't want to lose to the smaller school in Woodlawn. And it's been an entertaining match the last few years, and we expect nothing but that on Thursday evening.
Of course, with travel restrictions as they are becoming with the lack of state funding or reduced state funding, might have to throw the class system out the window with regard to regular season matchups in sports anyhow. So, we'll have the national anthem coming up here at Changnon Gymnasium. We'll get you your Central Christian Church starting lineups momentarily. Of course, you can log on to thenewscentral.com to watch worship services, find ministry, multimedia, and amazing messages for adults and youth alike. It's all at thenewscentral.com. Central Christian Church, loving God and loving people. Of course, we will honor America from Changnon Gym. This is Lady Rams softball from WMIX Sports.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. It's been said that in order to grow, you have to change. Very rarely anymore do insurance companies ask the phrase to go out and get free estimates. The new phrase insurance companies are asking is, would you like to take your vehicle to one of our direct repair facilities? This is a way for your insurance company and collision repair center to help relieve the stress you may have from your unfortunate incident. And, as Landers Collision Centers has adapted to this forever-changing industry, we are extremely happy to announce that we are a direct repair facility for over 10 different insurance companies. It's likely that one of them is yours. From dealing with your insurance company, setting you up with a rental vehicle, lifetime warranty on repairs, and of course, Landers Free, lifetime detailing for qualified customers, Landers Collision Centers literally takes the stress from your incident and turns it back into a shiny new ride for you to enjoy again. Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Join the Ridley College Marketplace in celebrating 12 years on the 12th of September with an open house from 4 to 7. Take advantage of a free range day at Cherry Creek's driving range, or stop by the Marketplace Fitness Center for a free workout all day. Giveaways include a new Kindle Fire HD, free haircuts at Studio RLC, and more. RLC staff will answer questions about education and training programs available at the Marketplace. Join RLC from 4 to 7 on Thursday, September 12th at the Ridley College Marketplace, Potomac Boulevard, Mount Vernon.
Hi, this is Joe Davy Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Find us on Facebook. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium for your starting lineups tonight here on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Looks like they're introducing first the Centralia Annies. Of course, they'll be the visitors tonight. They will wear red shorts along with white tops with red trim. Of course, they'll start number 2, Evelyn Snyder, number 6, Reagan Schwartz, number 9, Katie Brandon, number 10, Emily Williams, number 18, Rihanna Hutton, number 22, Kaylee Holster, and the libero will be number 25, Jenna Beckemeyer, the senior. For the Centralia Annies, of course, coached by Angie Edson. Those lineups are presented by Central Christian Church. Log on to thenewscentral.com for amazing multimedia ministry. It's all at thenewscentral.com. Central Christian Church is loving God and loving people as we need to meet the Mount Vernon Lady Rams, coached by Angie Higgins.
Lady Rams will go with that big lineup. That's okay. Number 1, Madalena Overstreet. Number 2, Alexis Stewart. Number 15, Rachel Kirsch. Number 21, Hannah Owens. Number 22, Kirsten McGowan. Number 25, Hannah Carbonero. Number 27, Micaiah Rush. Number 29, Whitney Jones. And number 3, Casey Little. Frangie Higgins, Mount Vernon Lady Rams.
There you go. The Lady Rams, of course, 3-2 on the year. The Annies come in with that 0-7 mark, but both teams have played some tournaments thus far. Both teams have gotten in some regular season matches. It'll be curious to see how this one ends up tonight. Centralia plays a fairly tough schedule. Lady Rams, of course, have played West Frankfort, who I believe only has the 1 win, and Weber Township. So we'll see how this one works out tonight for the Lady Rams. They will have Woodlawn here on Thursday, and before traveling to Altop, I believe, on Monday in South 7 Conference play. So that'll be a fun one.
Yeah, that will be a blast. It's always a good trip to Belleville.
Get to see the Shot Center, as they call it, there on the campus of Altop Catholic High School. That'll be a precursor to the Rams traveling to Altop in football action the following Friday night. Of course, we'll have the Rams and Triad nights this Friday. 6:30 your pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff. Video at WMIXsports.com, and, of course, right here on your radio home for the Mount Vernon Rams. WMIX. Lady Rams Volleyball, of course, is powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland, and if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Lady Rams wear black shorts. Of course, they also wear the 3/4 sleeves tops. They are white with black sleeves, and, of course, orange numerics and lettering, trimmed in black. So we're about to get underway tonight. Lady Rams in this first set will be going right to left. The Annies, meanwhile, will go left to right as you watch on your computer and listen to your radio.
Some of them are listening or radio and or watching. I've been texted, enjoying a cold beverage and watching.
I understand Lady Rams basketball coach Jeff Lonham is looking to access the video stream tonight.
Yeah, he talked to him earlier this evening.
Half the battle for him will be, as I said, accessing. But once we get him on, it'll be A-OK. A little bit of a delay to the start. It's somewhat hot in Changnon Gym tonight. Of course, heat indices over 100 today. It was 97 degrees outside, minus the heat indices when I walked in, or the heat index, because it's only one if you're talking about one place. But we have the fan here, so it's the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios cooled by Lasco.
That fan or that fan?
Well, we do have one fan to our right as well.
Well, the heat index app that I whipped out a while ago, when I walked in the gym, was 88 degrees at 50% humidity, worked out to be 93 degrees heat index. But in the gym, it had to be way hotter than that.
142 on the AstroTurf down below.
Yeah.
As we're about to get underway, serve will be from Hannah Carbonell for the Lady Rams. And it's up in the air, coming to the near corner. There's Centralia to dig it out. That's actually Claire Kessler who gets the start tonight after a scratch. Hutton knocks it over. Good dive there by Owens in the back row. Kirsch able to save. Dug out by Centralia up front. The pass is going to come to the... Actually, it's going to stay right at the circle for Hutton. Looks like she snuck it out to the right, and the Lady Rams will pick up a 1-love point. Something like that. 1-0 Lady Rams here in the first varsity set.
The U.S. Open ended last night. Still in that mode. Great match.
Roth.
On the men's title. That was fun to watch.
Talk about Nadal. One of those guys that some will love to hate, and I did, but I'm starting to really like the guy.
He's amazing. He gets to balls that guys have not gotten to in ever.
As Carbonell on the serve to the near corner. Picked up by Hoyt up front. Another one not listed on my starting lineup tonight. Well, we hope for accuracy. 2-0 Lady Rams off to the quick start here in the first varsity set. Carbonero back to serve. Up 2-0 for the Lady Rams. It'll come to the near side. There it is. Beckmeyer up front to Hoyt. Back to the far side. That will be left for number 18, Hutton. Lady Rams looking to set something up. Carbonero to the far side for Kirshen to the net. And the Annies will get their first point. Now 1-2. Uh-oh. Well, there went that. Pin and phone. We're doomed.
That's doomed. Let me know when you're okay. That's like 2/3 of a battle for us, pin and phone.
We're good now.
Okay.
It'll be Reagan. Yeah, had to double check. Reagan Schwartz is served for the Annies. Also plays softball. Yeah, plays softball for Mallory Calling there in the Annies. South Suffolk Conference champs from a year ago. Lady Rams looking for the turn. It's Kirsch on the near side. To Beckmeyer in the back row of the libero. Up front, Schwartz. Going to drop it off for Hutton. Ooh, almost blocked the net by McGowan. Picked up by Rush. Back to Carbonell. Back to the near side for Rush over the Twin Towers up top. It'll be Beckmeyer. Back to the far side. Looking to push it across. And that was a good move by the Annies. Lady Rams trying to center for McGowan. Deflection off of the front row into the back zone. Lady Rams will take a 3-1 lead.
Strength. That's what that was. McGowan pushed it through for the point for the Lady Rams.
So 3-1 as they will retrieve the ball and get it back to the opposite side where Madalena Overstreet will serve for the Lady Rams. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by Ford Square of Mount Vernon. Check out the incentives on the 2013 Ford F-150s, all new remaining. Hard to believe. Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon. Hutton up front, blocked by McGowan. A quick touch, and we're going to have a quick whistle on a lift, and it'll be a point for the Lady Rams. That's now 4-1. Officials for this contest this evening on the floor is Troy Dunbar of Centralia, while on the ladder it is Fetty Fernandez of West Frankfort. Serve will come from Overstreet, right down the middle, picked up by Williams in the back. A piece of it by Schwartz over to the far side. Lady Rams are able to dig out and back. Carbonero looking to set up near side for Owens. Blocked up front. There was McGowan to Overstreet in the back. Now Kirsch up front. Went off the side of her wrist into the net. Centralia cuts it in half, 4-2.
Little nerves playing the old arch rival.
That'll happen. Serving now is Lindy Lockwood, the senior for the Annies. It'll be to the libero. Stewart in the back. Up front, Carbonero back to the near side. Here comes a spike from Owens. Oh, a little long. And that'll be a point for the Annies as they're back within one. It's 4-3 here in the first varsity set. We get some scores from the underclass matches here as the freshman game, went 3. JV match went 2 sets. It was won by the Annies. To the near side for Owens. Looking to sneak it in left. Does so, and it's going to be 5-3. Good return, good kill there by Hannah Owens off of the spike.
Yep, nice to see some serving going on for Mount Vernon here. The set and the kill was pretty good.
Off to the far side, here it comes. That was Emily Williams for the Annies. Carbonero back to the near side. It's going to be for Overstreet in the back row. Beckmeyer, the libero, digs it out for the Annies. Here to the near side. Good return by Katie Brandon, but just a little long, and it's 6-3.
Heat. Some of these gals that played a JV game, too, trying to play varsity, are going to feel it in this match. A little fatigue.
As Centralia will pick up a point on the near side. Unable to see it. Was dealing with a technical issue. My apologies. It's now 6-4.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Centralia is serving 4-6.
Here comes Carbonell, leaving it for Owens on the far side of the circle, but into the net. Looked like she had a good angle on it as she went up, but as she went up, I think she realized she made the mistake of going up too high.
Yep, mistimed it. Had the steps, just mistimed it a little bit.
Carbonell's going to try to send it to the near side for Owens. It's long, and that will make it 6-6.
Timing's off a little bit. Pass a little deep. Owens had to bring it with her, and if you don't bring that arm through, you're going to end up hitting it long, just like she did there.
6-6 here in the first set. Beckmeyer the serve, picked up by Kirsch on the far side. It snuck over. Lady Rams caught off guard by the Holscher return. She was going to go for the easy kill as she tried to thump it down. It'll be 7-6. Annie's taking their first lead. Rend Lake College presents the streaming on WMIXsports.com. Rend Lake College, RLC.edu, where you can save thousands on your college education. Or apply online right now. Rend Lake College, 7-6. Centralia on top. Beckmeyer the serve. It's going to go right down the middle to Overstreet in the back row. Going Going to leave it for Whitney Jones. There it is from Carbonero looking for the assist. Beckmeyer digs it out. Schwartz over to the far side for Centralia. Williams gets the kill. Plinko's off of Rachel Kirsch up front. It's now an 8-6 lead for Centralia. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Good serve by Beckmeyer that time. Found the libero, Stewart, in the back, right down the middle. And then there went Kaylee Holscher up for the kill. Went for the block, and the kill got them both. It's 9-6.
That's the case right now. If Centralia gets another point here, Coach Higgins may have to call a timeout, stem this tide a little bit.
Of course, this will be out on the serve. A serve that went just off of the awkward side of the wrist, I guess, off more of a fist. So it's going to be out. It'll be a point for the Lady Rams, and it is 9-7. They'll regain control of the service. Ooh. So Rachel Kirsch will serve for the Lady Rams. Into the back row, it'll be Beckmeyer to Schwartz. Up front, it will be a return by Williams. There's nobody for the Lady. No, it's still in play. Lady Rams able to recover. Good job there off the dig off the floor. Holster panics and sends it long on the return. Point Lady Rams. They're back within 1, 9-8. Too close to call.
Fingernails dug that one out. Might have some wood underneath the fingernails on that one. Lady Rams got it as close as she could without letting it hit the floor.
Would hated to have retracted those results if this had been election coverage. Too close to call on that play. Over there somebody's been watching the newsroom. That would be me. As Holscher looks for the return on the far side, can't make it happen. 3 hits for Centralia. We're tied at 9 in a match that looks like it could go the distance. Freshman match went the distance. Straight sets in the JV match. What do we have here in the varsity? Beckmeyer off with the serve. Looking to set up on the far side. Good job there by Katie Brandon, the lefty. Carbonero sets up Whitney Jones. Ooh, tried to sneak her right down the middle in that back zone. It'll be Williams on the far side for the Annies. Sent it long. The Lady Rams back on top, 10-9. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as we dangerously dance with the top of the 8 o'clock hour here from Changnon Gym. This is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Carbonero to the near side for Owens, blocked up front. Wow, what a good play by the Twin Towers of Centralia. Whitney Jones sneaks it across into the back row for the Annies. It's Schwartz over to the far side. Holscher, thunderous boom on that spike, but it's returned by the Lady Rams. Now Stewart in the back row. Up front for Carbonero, sets up Whitney Jones. Lady Rams on the return. There's Beckmeyer to dig it out. Gets it across, but it'll be wide to the left. Lady Rams are up 2. It's 11-9.
Now, Mount Vernon's got to do a little bit better job passing the ball because you're going right into the heart of their defense, and Trey's able to get there. You got to move that ball a little quicker. That way you can move that defense around.
Off the Alexis Stewart, I believe, serve onto the near side. Unable to formulate a return was Katie Brandon, the middle hitter, the junior. It's now 12-9. Lady Rams on top. Glad to have Jeff Lon and the aforementioned coach of the Lady Rams basketball team joining us at WMIXsports.com. Hit us up on Twitter if you're watching us online at WMIX Sports, or wherever you may be listening to us from, let us know. It'll be Stewart in the back row for the Lady Rams. Up front to Carbonero. Leaves it for Whitney Jones. Ooh, good job out back there by Lockwood. Up to the front now, left side. Williams on the return. There's Overstreet to the front on the pass. It'll be Carbonero setting up to Owens on the near side. That'll sneak in. Just past the free throw line, near the end line. Lady Rams take a 4-point lead, 13-9. Not bad.
Lady Rams have scored on 10 of 13 serves so far in this match.
4-0 run. Here comes Kirsch on the serve. She's rallied off this serving. Noriani's trying to return it. Didn't see exactly who it went off of, but that makes it 14-9. Timeout on the floor is presented by the Medicine Shop. Proud to sponsor the Lady Rams once again in 13-14. Dr. Eric Black and staff support the local community and wish the Rams and Lady Rams the very best here this season. Of course, Lady Rams volleyball, 14-9 your score in the first set of this varsity match. Danny Czerwinski alongside. I'm Chris Hugo. Avery Barton here with us at Changnon Gymnasium, where it is steamy. Of course, Holly Carroll enjoying the luxuries of AC back at our Mount Vernon studio. So you see it's 14-9 here in this first varsity set. Lady Rams need to strike early against a Centralia team that is looking to find some momentum. They came back to tie at 9, but since then on a 5-0 run, it's been all Mount Vernon.
All Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon's serving percentage, points per serve, 11 out of 14. Making a nice little run here after being tied. Had the lead, lost it, tied, and got it back. You'd like to see him charge through in the first set.
15.2 seconds left to go in that timeout. They're going to come out early. So here we are getting started. It'll be Rachel Kirsch up 14-9, and she'll sneak an ace inside the near corner. There to watch it, of course, Brandon and Beckmeyer. It's now 15-9 Lady Rams. Of course, a 15-9 score, and you're on the good end of it. The high end makes you long for the days before rally scoring when you played to 15. Uh-oh, you see what they did there if you're watching online at WMIXsports.com. For those of you on your radio, what happened is a serve came to the free throw line if you're picturing the basketball floor. Centralia got the return, but they left it up. They left it hanging for Hannah Owens. She spiked it right down to make it 16-9.
The old free ball.
And now a serve goes long from Kirsch, and all good things have to come to an end. Give a lot of credit to Rachel. Went on a 7-0 service run. It's now 16-10. That's something Rachel Kirsch has been very effective at. We saw it a lot last year, rallying off quite a few points at the serve. Here comes a serve from the Annies. That looks like Abby Hoyt. It's into the back row. Up front, Carbonell's going to drop it off near side for Owens, and there it is. She gave you the feeling she was going to try to go far side, then sneaks it in the near corner. It's 17-10.
Oh, yeah, much better. Much better passing of the volleyball, that particular point by the Lady Rams. Owens is set up nicely on that one.
So it'll be Hannah Owens on the serve, up 17-10 in this first set. It'll be Beckmeyer up front. Hoyt going to drop it off for Holscher. Here it comes. Ooh, good pickup by Micaiah Rush into the back row. Owens got a piece of it up front to Kirsch. Good dive there by Williams. Back to Hoyt up front. Williams brings it back on the far side. Holscher had it blocked. And there's Whitney Jones with the touch. And it'll Plinko right in front of a diving Alexis Stewart to make it 17-11. With 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Remember FDIC.
Close enough to get on and roll and finish this, but also not close enough and allow Centralia back in if you're not careful.
Here comes a serve from Williams. Dug out by Stewart up front. It's going to be Carbonell. Back to Stewart. Free ball across. It'll be into the back zone. Now on the near side, Centralia, the return, that was Claire Kessler. Nice alliteration there. Back to the near side for Rush. Might have been a lift in there somewhere. Hoyt's going to set it up down central for Holscher. Ooh, got it across, far side. Uh-oh. There's Rachel Kirsch as she sneaks it in right about the attack line. Just floated it over the top, and that'll be 18-11.
She got to peek in before the ball got to her and hit it where they ain't to get that point.
I have 18-11.
I had 18-11.
All right, then. We're good. That's all that matters to me.
I'm right.
I'm going by the scoreboard on WMIXsports.com right now on the video. That's good enough for me. Hoyt on the near side, looks to center it. Ooh, a good job by Beckmeyer in the back. The libero came up. It'll be Carbonell centering for McGowan. It's blocked to the net. Nobody played in the back row. They all came help side up front. It's now 18-12.
There they go. They're fixing it.
The officials doing a wonderful job for the contest tonight. Of course, Troy Dunbar, Petty Fernandez. Holscher will serve right down the middle. There's going to be Stewart as it wafted toward the left. Carbonell back to Stewart. She'll get it across. There's Holscher. It goes right off her wrist. She almost made a basket here on the side basketball goal, and that'll be a point for the Lady Rams, make it 19-12. They're a point behind on the scoreboard.
I think they are. But what do I know?
So it'll be Carbonell on the serve for the Lady Rams. It comes in the near side. Ooh, a little double duty there. Tandem for Centralia. Back to the far side. Blocked the net. Centralia can't get the return. They dig it out. Now up front, a little miscommunication. And finally, we'll have 4 hits on the Annies. It'll be 20-12 according to what we have.
Well, they're not switching it. It makes me wonder if there was a point disallowed or something was going on or they replayed a point because nobody's reacting over there, the media or the bench.
Interesting. So we have 20-12, 19-12 in the gym. Far side return for the Annies. Rush up to the front for Carbonell. Leaves it for McGowan at the circle. That's long. It's 19-13. Make that 20-13.
That might be the first time we've ever been wrong, though.
I don't know about that.
I know our listeners agree. It might be the first time we've ever been wrong.
I'm going to stick with that unless told otherwise.
Yeah, let's do.
Familiar faces, new places. Community First Bank continues to expand. Welcome back to personal banking. Also check out their 5 Jefferson County branches. Community First Bank, as it'll be near side on the return. Snuck in by McGowan.
McGowan, yeah.
Try not to call her by her sister's name.
Yeah, I know.
It's the hardest part. That one's Kirsten. Well, we now match what they have inside the gymnasium. We'll go with that for right now.
Gosh, they never ask us.
But
I think they had a replay is what they did.
I didn't see anything, though. I did watch the scores table and the officials, but We'll leave it alone for now. Schwartz on the left side. Good return by Brandon. There's Stewart to take it out. Up front is Carbonaro. Back to the near side. That's Owens. Sneaks it off the antenna. Out, and it'll be a point for the Annies. Make it 20-14 unofficially.
Unofficially to us, officially to them.
Well, that's true. Be that as it may. Of course, we're looking for the actual score, but when you're looking for screen-printed T-shirts, hoodies, hats, or bags, seek out Winning Edge online at winningedgeusa.com, serving Jefferson County and all of Southern Illinois. This is going to be a let over the net. Point Centralia off of the serve. It'll be 20-15 now. 5-point disadvantage for the Annies. Looking to battle back in this first set. Off of the serve, that'll be Lockwood. Good dive by Stewart, but there's nobody to help her out at the net. It goes right into the net, plummets to the ground, make it 20-16. This timeout's on the floor. It's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Of course, see Dr. Eric Black and his staff at the Medicine Shop. Proud to support the Rams and Lady Rams for yet another year. 20-16, first varsity set. Lady Rams hanging on to a 4-point advantage here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Pardon me. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Back on the air on Thursday night, the Lady Rams will welcome the Woodlawn Lady Cardinals in the Changnon Gymnasium. We assume the temperature will be a lot like it is tonight.
It should be
but
cooling off Thursday. They're saying
a forecast
highs
of
in the Fridays in the 70s.
Forecast of rain possibly Thursday night. Chance of thunderstorms.
Well, they can always pull the tarp out if it rains here.
It's one thing, surprisingly, we don't have to worry about. Well, till then. 20-16 on the serve, make it 16 serving 20, but not for long. Beckmeyer able to get the point for the Annies off of the serve. Excuse me, that's Lockwood on the serve. It's 20-17, back within 3. Centralia battles back. Going left to right as you look at your radio, or left to right as you look at your computer screen or mobile device, watching at WMIXsports.com. Carbonaro sets up on the far side. Ooh, good move there by Rachel Kirsch to sneak it across. Back to the far side. Williams has no choice but to try to play it out of the net as Schwartz set her up there in the far corner. It's 21-17 now.
You know what we could really use, kind of like those NFL networks. We need like a volleyball official or aficionado to come in on our broadcast and help us what's going on at times.
I'll requisition that in the budget tomorrow. 21-17. A dive out of the back row by Overstreet. Got it up front. Here comes Kirsch on the return. Good dig there by Beckmeyer. Up front, Schwartz puts it over. But does she push it long? No, she doesn't. Just inside. Great play by Reagan Schwartz. And Centralia's back within 3. It's 21-18.
That was pretty impressive. She looked, saw the defense, went with a top spin lob over the top, dropped in for a point.
21-18. 3-point disadvantage for the Annies, trying to get those points back. Beckmeyer on the serve. To Owens on the near side, up front, Carbonaro. It's going to be Stewart on the free ball. Gets it across top of the arc there on the basketball floor. Now back to the near side. Brandon can't get it across. And it's 22-18 now.
That was a miscommunication. The one setting the pass up for the kill put it behind Brandon, and Brandon was backing up. Actually had to go back up to it, and by the time you're backing up and trying to hit forward, it's not going to work. Body going one way, ball going another.
Kirsch served 7 points earlier. Now up 22-18. What'll happen? Centralia Holster on the far side manages to tiptoe the half line and able to stay in her zone. Now left to Owens for a return. Nice return by Owens. Lockwood forced it. It'll be Centralia getting it across. In the back row, Kirsch. Up front, Carbonaro. Now back to the near side. There's Hannah. Picked up by Centralia on the far side. Williams back to Schwartz. Give and go with Williams on the far side. Good dive by Overstreet. There's a pass to the near side. Carbonaro to Owens on the free ball. Back up front. It'll be Schwartz for the Annies. Now to Holster with the right hand. It'll be tipped out. It looked like by the Lady Rams. Should be Centralia point. And they're going to pick it up, and it'll be 22-19.
Good pickup on everybody's part to make sure that that was picked up on that play. Communication. Rather see him talk it over and get it right rather than miss.
Of course, we'll get you some scores here in just a little while. Tony Wilton, State Farm Insurance, glad to help your family with all their insurance needs. Give Tony's office a call. Find him on the web at TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. As we have a lift on the Lady Rams up front. Had a little bit of trouble just beyond the attack line. And Centralia is back within 2, 22-20. First varsity set. Will the Annies come back after being down 16-9? It's 22-20 now. Carbonaro up front, going to leave it back for Rachel Kirsch. Pass up front to Hoyt. She's going to drop it off to Williams. Another give-and-go play. Back into the back. Lady Rams will leave it to Overstreet. Now up front, there's Hannah Owens right when you need her. a thunderous slam into the back zone. It's 23-20.
Yeah, that was pretty nice. That might have took the air out of the ball.
You might have to check it. Not sure if they're going with the official Baden or Tachikara tonight.
The divot.
Force moment timeout presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff support the local community and wish the Rams and Lady Rams the very best this season. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside is 23-20 here in the first set. Lady Rams on top by 3. It was 16-9 at one point. Centralia's come back on an 11-7 run. Back within 3. I think you'll take that if you're the Annies.
Yeah, they're in this one. Couple extra mistakes have them down 3. Mount Vernon has the match in hand and will serve for it. A couple points up.
Out of the timeout, it will be Hannah Owens on the serve, 23 serving 20. That fan's helping some, but you can still feel the heat of Changnon tonight. Curious to see how that impacts the conditioning of the girls on the floor. I know it wasn't easy during that freshman match. Glad they made it out okay. As Owens on the serve, a little bit of trouble by Centralia. Beckmeyer gives it a go. She is okay. She runs to the door towards Shaner and Lonen's office. After a good try by Kessler, just went awkwardly off of her wrist, and it is set point for Lady Rams up 24-20.
And that got a lot of work done by Hannah Owens on the serve, and that's where the office of a lot of work gets done as well.
Set point. It'll be Owens on the serve. Lockwood looking for the return up front to Hoyt. Back to the far side. Kessler floats it over the top. Lady Rams had the opportunity but couldn't make it happen. It'll go out of bounds off of the Lady Ram tip. It'll be 24-21. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams. And if you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home. And Dick Sign of Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. 21 serving 24 for Williams. Into the back. There it is. Rachel Kirsch. Carbonell's going to set up Kirsch. Here it comes on a free ball. Good job there by Beckmeyer to Hoyt up front for Holscher. The right hand sneaks it in past a diving Stewart. That one looked good from where we were. Lady Rams coaches are wanting it to be out.
It is.
And that'll be the first set to the Lady Rams. So we finished one varsity set here from Changnon Gymnasium. 25-21 is your final, and this is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
Complete. That's the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois with a full sports medicine clinic, state-of-the-art MRI, a spine care team that focuses on pain management, arthroscopy specialists offering total joint replacement, hand surgery, and complete rehabilitation services. Doctors Chow, Poole, Ahn, Kowalski, Freehill, and Smith stand ready to serve you today with offices in Mount Vernon and Centralia and satellite offices in Benton and Nashville. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com.
Join the Rinley College Marketplace in celebrating 12 years on the 12th of September with an open house from 4 to 7. Take advantage of a free range day at Cherry Creek's driving range, or stop by the Marketplace Fitness Center for a free workout all day. Giveaways include a new Kindle Fire HD, free haircuts at Studio RLC, and more. RLC staff will answer questions about education and training programs available at the Marketplace. Join RLC from 4 to 7 on Thursday, September 12th at the Rinley College Marketplace, Potomac Boulevard, Mount Vernon.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations and 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Watch the Lady Rams online at WMIXsports.com. Powered by Red Lake College.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski as the Lady Rams win that first set by a score of 25-21. Get you some scores when we can. Brought to you by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, see Tony in Mount Vernon. Log on to TonyWilt.com or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town.
I saw it the other day.
I did 2 last Thursday, going west on Broadway at about 34th Street. Not that Tony wants his exact coordinates known, but be that as it may.
I saw it Sunday at the Green Hills Golf Course, Spartan Scramble.
He supports everybody.
Speaking of that, got to mention Hannah Owens gets a lot of pub during matches here for her volleyball
Sounds
ability.
like her dad deserves some.
Her dad, Jason Owens, made a double eagle. I know it was a 5-man scramble and everything, 5-person scramble, but he was the one to hit the drive, hit the shot, and double eagle on number 6, a par 5 at Green Hills, and everybody was kind of talking about it Sunday, still is a little bit. Nobody believes anybody's ever had a double eagle on that hole, whether it's scramble, solo, whatever.
They have now.
Pretty impressive feat by Jason Owens on number 6 at Green Hills Sunday.
I believe it got some Twitter love on our Twitterverse page at WMIX Sports. Please give us a follow if you're watching online. If you're listening on your radio, tweet us. Let us know where you are.
That hole is a long one, those of you that played Green Hills.
First
playing from the white tees, back of the box, up a hill and up a hill.
Where we are, Changnon Gymnasium in the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler Center. The all-new redesigned 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee sits at King City Chrysler, ready for you to take a test drive. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or see for yourself right now at kingcitychrysler.com. It is a thing of beauty, of course. Redesigned a few times over the years. Of course, you can forget the curvature of the 99 model, and then more of its current look in 05. I think they did some work to it in 10 and 11. And now in 14, some tweaks to the Jeep Grand Cherokee. As Centralia will open up with a serve. It'll be Schwartz. Dug out by Micaiah Rush on the near side. Carbonero's going to set up McGowan down central. Into the back row. And he's looking for the return. It'll be Schwartz on the near side. Ooh, it's off the top of the net and back. As Snyder knocks it into the net. And the Lady Rams will have a quick 1-0 lead. Looking for a straight set win.
Unforced error. Score's ready for the underclass games whenever you want them, by the way.
All right.
Whenever there's a break, we can get going on that.
I'll make a note of it. If you are watching online at WMIXsports.com or maybe listening to the audio-only feed, it is powered by Rend Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save bedtime for hiccup. Thousands of dollars in your college education at Rend Lake College. As this serve will be long from the Lady Rams. It'll be tied at 1 as the Annies pick up their first point. We can take a look at that underclass if you're ready. If not, that's
we
fine.
better wait. Let's wait for a timeout.
And here comes the 1-1 toward the near corner. Overstreet to Carbonell. Ooh, Kirsch walked up front, was able to get it back. Carbonell looking to set up McGowan down center. Beckmeyer over to the far side for Schwartz. Ooh, a nice return for the Annies, and that was a great job by Rihanna Hutton. Just past the attack line, 2-1 Annies.
Defense up front at the net was split far enough. All she had to do is come down the middle, and then you look at the back line defense. It wasn't there. There was nothing there but the wood floor.
Trying to explain the difference between a desktop site and a mobile site to one of our viewers. As Hannah Owens almost blocked up front. Got a nice return there for the Annies. They're going to set up McGowan. Ooh. Went up, had a good angle, but when she took her arm back, she took her eye off of the volleyball, and it'll be into the net. It's 3-1. The Annies with a nice start to this second set. Madalena Overstreet setting up Carbonell. Now back to Kirsch. And he's looking for the return on the far side. It's Schwartz. Ooh, nice job by Hutton. Got the deflection up front. Lady Rams weren't ready, and it's 4-1.
Well, right now, Lady Rams a little flat out of the gate here in set number 2. Not as moving as well defensively as they did to win that first set.
We're on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports, Facebook as well. Nightly scoreboards and video highlights at WMIXsports.com. See how the Rams did against Mascuda on Friday night. We have a few highlights of that game. Back on the far side, Owens looks for the return. Good job there by Williams. Sets up Lockwood. Now down center, it's going to be Schwartz. Carbonell for the Lady Rams will be back to Owens off the front top of the net. Centralia sends it back. This will be a point for the Lady Rams as it was off an Annie out of bounds, it looks like.
Long rally there that time between the two teams. Have to have some points, service points here for Mount Vernon.
So it'll be 2 serving 4 for Kirsten McGowan. Keep wanting to say her older sister's name. Good return by the Annies, but it's off of the intended to the right. Mr. Dunbar will pick it up, and it's 4-3. The Lady Rams are back within 1. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of Rams and Lady Rams athletics. As McGowan on the serve, there is Beckmeyer. Schwartz from the far side to Beckmeyer in the back row. Able to get the return. There's McGowan. Passing up front. Carbonell's going to set up Whitney Jones. Almost blocked. And there's a lift on Centralia. There we go. Point granted and then the lift.
Those of you taunting a third set, shame on you.
They went 4 sets last night in the U.S. Open final. Uh-oh. That's not good. And no, I'm not perspiring. I have a fan on me. So I answer texts as that one sails out of bounds, wide to the right.
I don't know about you, but watching Lady Rams right now in the second set, this seems to me like a little letdown after winning the first set. Maybe not moving as much or as quickly. Okay.
Yep. All right, then. 5 serving 4 here in the varsity set. Centralia on top. It'll be Carbonero. Looking to the far side. Now gets it back up front, and then we have some contact up front. We'll see what's going to happen here.
And the Annies get the point. Annies forged out to a 6-4 lead here, and getting to that point where we may need a timeout here if Mount Vernon can't score in the next couple.
6-4, Annie's on top, looking for some more points, but here's Owens blocked up front, deflected off of Owens. It'll be 7-4.
Well, Mount Vernon, again, just like they did early in the first set, they're hitting right at the defense. They're going right at the blockers, and they're going to have to move some things around here to get things going.
7-4.
Don't bother the fans, kids.
No. Beckmeyer on the serve. Our security not doing a very good job tonight over there, our fan to the right.
Where's our security?
She's off in La La Land. 8-4 your score.
Our other security's working.
Beckmeyer, as I combined a couple of names there, got the serve. Lady Rams had the return, trying to undistract. Lady Rams got it across. Now here we go. Up front, Schwartz looking to step to the far side. Brandon blocked the net. Beckmeyer got a piece of it. Ooh, and a good job there by Holscher. She has probably been the biggest factor tonight for the Annies to make it 9-4.
I don't know what you said, Beckmeyer. Hoffman and Hoyleton called and said, what about us? Lady Rams, Coach Higgins thought about a timeout there. Going to go Phil Jackson, let them play their way out of it.
Beckmeyer on the serve. Whitney Jones looking for the return up front. It's wide to the right. Another point for the Annies. Make it 10-4.
Yep, no contact, no tip. Now Coach Higgins will call that timeout.
It's timeout on the floor, presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and the staff of the Medicine Shop Pharmacy proud to support the Rams for another season. We do have some scores from the underclass match tonight.
Frosh match tonight. Mount Vernon won that 2 out of 3. They lost the first set 21-25, but came back to win sets 2 and 3, 25-18, 15-11. It was a straight set win for the Annies in the JV match. They win 25-19, 25-21.
There you have it. 10-4 your score here in the second set of the varsity match. Lady Rams won the first one, 25-21.
Yeah.
Of course, that scoreboard update was presented by Tony Wilt of State Farm Insurance, online at TonyWilt.com. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Of course, you could also look for that white State Farm Jeep around town. I've seen it here in this parking lot here a few times.
It's a nice-looking Jeep. Usually he's right down there in the winter months.
Yeah.
I talked to him the other day, by the way.
Good. Hopefully he likes the job.
I told him he's getting his money's worth.
Uh-oh, a little husband and wife action there around the attack line. It'll make it 11-4. The Annies are on a bit of a run here. Gritty First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of the Rams and Lady Rams here on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Here on the Centralia serve, it'll be out of bounds from Beckmeyer. Wasn't going to be able to keep the rally going, and unfortunately for the Annies, it's now an 11-5 matchup. Lady Rams gets a serve back. I get distracted too easily.
Yeah.
Rachel Kirsch on the serve for the Lady Rams. Dug out there by the Annies. Schwartz will poke it across. Overstreet digs out. Carbonero far side for Owens. It looks like it's long. Make it 12-5er.
You know, Rams only have served Lady Rams only 5 times so far in this match. Trailing 12-7.
Looks like that's Abby Hoyt with the serve. Down the middle and in the near corner for Kirsch. Carbonero leaves it for Stewart in the back row. Now here comes a nice little bump from Kirsch. Make that holster up front for the Annies.
Yeah, that was a little unforced error for Centralia there that time. And this is where you got to go. Hannah Owens back to serve. You got to get some points off your serves here in this second set. They did such a good job in set number 1.
Here comes Hannah Owens, 6 serving 12. Lady Rams looking to get back into this one after winning the first set. Good return by Williams, punched it across on a free ball. Carbonero leaves it at the circle from Whitney Jones, but blocked the net, makes it 13-6 Annies.
Going right at the teeth of the defense. Got to move that ball around a little bit. Maybe have to get somebody else involved with another attacker at the net just to kind of get that defense go away from your strengths a little bit.
Here comes the Annie's serve. 13-6 your score. Second set of the varsity matchup. Kessler looking to the center. Holscher has it blocked the net. Lady Rams will get the point. Good kill there.
Well, Lady Rams caught a break on the serve over. They just hit it back over. Gave Centralia a free ball, a chance. Lady Rams got a break there. Centralia mishandled it. Lucky there for the Lady Rams.
Here's Alexis Stewart, the libero, on the serve. Down 7-13 in set 2. Good play by Williams. Up front to Hoyt. Back to Williams in the back row, and it's into the net. Lady Rams are only down 5, 13-8. 5 locations. Mount Vernon, Dixon, and Woodlawn. Community First Bank proud to be the voice of high school sports on WMIX. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. 8 serving 13 now from Stewart. Hoyt to the near side. Centralia gets to the return. Will the Lady Rams counter? It'll be Micaiah Rush. Going to leave it for Stewart. Did not go the way the Lady Rams wanted there as they were trying to get it to the front. Good play by Stewart. Lean to the left, up front. Carbonaro slipped and fell, but got it across. Holscher's going to free ball it. Stewart to the front for Carbonaro. Is going to leave it to the far side for Owens. And it'll be long. Make it 14-8.
The mistakes we're seeing out of Mount Vernon here in this set didn't see in the first. You're trying to hit from the back row. You're trying to do some things. I mean, it's not fundamental volleyball.
14-8 your score. Annie's with the serve. It's Holscher. Just clears the net to the near corner. It goes for Stewart up to the front. That was Carbonaro. Back to the far side for Owens. Hoyt looking to set up shop. It'll be to, looks like that was Hutton. Now the Lady Rams got a return, but it was unable to get past Hutton, who gets the point for the Annies. It's 15-8. When you're looking for award trophies, plaques, medallions, or ribbons, seek out Winning Edge online at winningedgeusa.com. Serving Southern Illinois and Jefferson County. As this serve will be long from Holscher, Lady Rams will get the point. They're down 6. They get it to a half dozen.
I'm going to say a third or more of Mount Vernon's points in the second set have been unforced errors by the Annies. Mount Vernon's lucky the game is as close as it is right now.
Set up to the near side. Here comes the return from Hutton. Owens in the back zone to dig it out. Carbonaro up front to the left side. It'll be Micaiah Rush. Off of a surprise, I should say, Snyder. Whoa, not easy to say. It's 15-10.
Much better on that particular point for Mount Vernon. See if Carbonaro can get something going here. Move that serve around and make that defense shift.
Carbo by nickname. It's Hannah Carbonaro. Trailing 15-10 in the varsity set. Return from Kessler on the far side. Picked up by Carbonaro. Back to the far for Rush. Lady Rams just not doing a very good job of setting up front. Now Rush a good dig. It'll be Stewart. Here comes McGowan, last chance. Gets it across. There's Beckmeyer. Now to the near side. Oh, and a nice play there by Snyder. And, of course, Lady Rams unable to get to it. That was a nice dive and a nice effort by Alexis Stewart. But it'll be 16-10 Annies.
That guy there didn't make much of effort in the stands here by us. He's kind of looked at it.
He may or may not be mentally tuned to USA Mexico.
Yeah. Well, he knew he's a soccer guy.
Or how's
you can
that
tell
work?
He was a soccer guy because he didn't even reach for it with his hands. He just looked at a hit because he couldn't do anything but with his feet.
16-10 on the serve. Lady Rams looking for the return. It's Stewart up front. Now they find Williams for the Annies. To the far side, Schwartz going to leave it for Brandon. Good pickup there by Stewart. Sends to the front. Good setup now for Kirsch. Ooh, and a good return by Centralia. Could be forthcoming on the far side. Annie's got it across. Alexis Stewart gave it a dive, but nobody was there to help her out up front. 17-10.
Sloppy. Yeah, they got the feeling Mount Vernon won set one right now. They're playing like, we got this one covered.
Here comes a good service here from Schwartz into the net. It's going to be 17-10. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler, home of the express lane, fast oil changes, and more. Service without an appointment at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. See it online at kingcitychrysler.com. So Overstreet will take over serving. 11 serving 17. Lady Rams trail in set 2. They won the first set 25-21. Schwartz to the near side for Brandon. There's Overstreet to dig it out. That'll be a return. No, it won't. Just shy in the net. Nobody dig it out for the Lady Rams. It's 18-11. What row?
Yeah. Whew. Well, it's just completely night and day. Two different sets of play by Mount Vernon.
The best of times, the worst of times here in set number 2. Lockwood on the serve. Just past the attack line, Overstreet. Carbonaro now to the near side for Kirsch. Good dig by Kirsch. Now it's McGowan across. The Annies looking to set up front far side. It'll be Brandon on the left. He sneaks it over the Twin Towers. And what they are doing an effective job of, DC, from my novice opinion, as it's 19-11, they're doing a great job of keeping it away from that left front row corner of Hannah Owens.
Oh, yeah. They're moving it around, that's for sure.
It'll be Lockwood on the serve. Overstreet on the return. Setting up almost an easy kill, but a good play by Stewart. Up front, it'll be McGowan from Carbonaro, just off the fingertipsies. Now near side, Brandon sneaks it over. Nobody to back up the play off of the front row. The front row needed help on that one. It wasn't anywhere to be found. It's 20-11.
Wow. What a complete turnaround by Centralia in the second set.
Lockwood will continue to serve up 9. Here comes. It'll be Stewart in the back zone. Up front, Carbonaro. She'll set up Central, and that'll be McGowan. It's blocked the net on a joust. Should be a point, Annie's. It's 21-11. Red Lake College brings you streaming online at WMIXsports.com. Of course, at Red Lake College, you can save thousands on your college education. See how and apply online at rlc.edu. Annie's going to try to send it to a third set up 10. That is a commanding lead in a match like this. Owens looking for some help. Going to get the give and go, but it wasn't high enough for a spike. Annie's up front. It'll be Schwartz leaving it for, I believe that to have been Hutton. Now, Alexis Stewart will return for Lady Rams from the back row. Schwartz up front to the near side. Good return by Williams. And it'll be blocked into the net, however, by the Lady Rams. Should be a point Centralia, and it should be 22-11. Yikes.
Yikes is right.
Lockwood has rallied off a few points here on the serve. There's Overstreet. Lady Rams trying to sit up. It'll be to Kirsch. And that will be wide to the left and a little long. Make it 23-11. And barring a miracle, this one's going to go 3.
Yep.
23-11 here. It comes from Lockwood. It'll be Owens up front. Got it across. Schwartz over there to the far side for Brandon. Now back to Hutton. Good dive there by Stewart. They need to set something up far side. Owens wanted it. It was jousted. Nobody to back up the play for Lady Rams. They bit on everybody going up front. It is 24-11, set point for the Annies.
Lady Rams have only served 10 times in this second set. And it's been a very flat second set. Kind of like the first set was over and they had it won, and they're 1 point away from going 3.
Here comes Lockwood, and that'll just clear the net. Good job by Carbonaro. Now Stewart gets it over, sneaks it in the right side. Schwartz up front, looking to set up the set point. Ooh, got it across. Good job there by Overstreet. They're going to set up Owens on the far side. Had to go back to get it.
Hit
the violation on the Lady Rams, and the Annies are going to win this one 25-11. Yikes, if you're the Lady Rams, it'll be up to set number 3. Who's going to win it? Find out when we come back. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
From the NexRad Weather Center, I'm Jim Delaveris for WMIX with a hot forecast. Even tonight, feeling a little warm. A low of 68 degrees for tonight with partly cloudy skies. Mostly sunny for tomorrow, the high near 96. 20% chance of showers or thunderstorms after 4 a.m. on Wednesday night. Partly cloudy, the low of 70. Otherwise, a 30% chance of rain on Thursday, mainly after 7 a.m. Partly sunny later on, the high near 88. And that's a look at your weather on WMIX.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, casual sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need a score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right. It's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Winners Broadcasting. WMIXsports.com.
Ridley College Marketplace in Mount Vernon celebrates 12 years on the 12th of September with an open house from 4 to 7. Register to win a new Kindle Fire HD, free haircuts from Studio RLC, and much more. College staff will be on hand to answer questions about education and training programs available at the Marketplace. And look for specials at stores like Ridley College Golf Outlet, Shoe Stop, and Studio RLC. See you from 4 to 7 Thursday, September 12th at the Ridley College Marketplace, Potomac Boulevard, Mount Vernon.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back inside Changnon Gymnasium for the pivotal third set of this varsity match, volleyball style, of the Mount Vernon Lady Rams and the Centralia Annies. It was 25-21 Lady Rams in the first, 25-11 Annies in the second, a team that woke up in that second set looking for their first win.
Well, it's going to be interesting. You've allowed Centralia to gain some confidence, being the underdog now, and they have the opportunity here in this one, in this third set, leading off with the serve, to really pull an upset here tonight.
It'll be Reagan Schwartz to serve off this third set. Lady Rams won the first, Annies won the second. Who will take the third in this South Summit Conference showdown? Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside, as Annies were thinking ace, but the Lady Rams let it go long, and that's their first point, up 1-0. Tony Wilt of State Farm Insurance brings you scoreboard updates. Log on to TonyWilt.com, stop by and see him in his office, give him a call, or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. One serving none. It'll be Overstreet on the serve. Good job in the back row by the Annies, but a height disadvantage up front for Schwartz. Into the Twin Towers she goes. It's 2-0 Lady Rams.
Well, that's the start that Mount Vernon needed, that's for sure.
So Overstreet will continue the serve, up 2-0. Looking to take this third set and win this match. That'll come near side. That's going to be well out of bounds. And the Annies cut in half on the unforced error, 2-1.
Well, she could hook like that on a baseball mound. She'd be making millions. Impressive little curve ball.
2-1 here in the third varsity set. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Nice. 2-1. Marvin Leathers takes care of us here at Changnon Gym. Treats us like royalties. It's 3-1 now. Makes probably the best popcorn in the conference. Or anywhere. 3-1 your score. Annie's trying to get a return. Ooh, nice free ball there by Schwartz. Overstreet got a piece of it. Send it to the far corner. It's Carbonaro left up to Jones. Sends it inside the left. Now Schwartz up front, going to leave it for the lefty Brandon. Ooh, good job by Overstreet, but it just went awkwardly off for a wrist toward the stage, and it'll be 3-2. Annie's back within one. Your community, your choice, your bank. With 5 locations and friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC, and that is going to be a good effort. A valiant try by Stewart, but it falls right in front of her on the serve. It'll be 3-3. We're tied.
Well, you've allowed Centralia to hang around way too long.
They smell the blood in the water. Tied at 3 in the third set, the decisive third set. To the near side on the setup. Owens off the antenna. Out of bounds. It'll be 4-3. Annie's back on top. And they have been in the driver's seat since set 2 began.
Oh, yeah.
Really, momentum was on their side at the end of set 1. They just ran out of time. Kirsch setting up Carbonaro, able to push it across, put a nice English on it. Schwartz setting up to the far side for Williams. There go the Annies, but good job by Overstreet. Up front, Carbonaro leaves it for Whitney Jones. Beckmeyer up front, Schwartz to the far side for Williams. Good dive by Overstreet. It'll be to Stewart to send it up front. They need some help. It'll be Carbonaro on a swing. Quick touch now to come near side to Brandon. Able to sneak it across. There's Stewart up front. Carbonaro actually just be on the attack line. Back to Overstreet. It's pushed wide to our left, and it'll be 5-3 Annies.
Amazing the turn of events in this match from set 1, beginning middle way through to now. Just a change in momentum.
Beckmeyer on the serve. Owens on the right side. Digs it out. To the back for Stewart. Now to be up to Kirsch. Ooh, good job by Lockwood. Up front, Holscher. Now to the left side. Williams sneaks it over the top. Good dive by the Lady Rams. Nobody to help out Hannah Owens. It's 6-3. Of course, if you're watching online or listening online, it's presented by Red Lake College, where they offer over 100 degree and certificate programs for thousands less. See which program is right for you with full descriptions at rlc.edu and apply online while you are there. Far side will be Kirsch. Sneaks it in the back row. A good dive and a good effort by Beckmeyer. It's now 6-4 as Lady Rams cut it to 2.
Pretty nice little play. Now Vernon needs to get something going. They got to make their own excitement here.
Here comes the serve from Kirsch. Beyond the attack line, there is Williams to Schwartz on the far side, trying to lead Holster to the net, which is what you need to do, but it was off the mark slightly and bounced back off the top of the net. Point Lady Rams, 6-5. Had the right idea there.
Right idea, just didn't execute it.
Half the battle. Ideas are only worth their implementation. As up front, it'll be Schwartz back to the near side. Brandon off the antenna, out of bounds, and we're tied at 6. 6-1, half does the other literally here in Changnon Gymnasium as we're in the third varsity set. Lady Rams took the first set, 25-21. Annie's come back to force this third set. They took it 25-11. Rachel Kirsch rallied off 7 service points in a row there in the first set. Does she have it in her this time? Tied at 6, far side Holscher. Right hand, good reaction by Overstreet to the near side Owens. It's centered. Kirsch gets it across. Beckmeyer to pick it up in the back, up to the front. Schwartz leaves it for Holscher. There she is again. Sneaks it inside the right sideline. 7-6, and back up.
Whew. Hitting them where they ain't right now.
It's
moving things around.
Ford Square drives to WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, FordSquare.com, where you can shop them online or find them on Facebook for special offers. Serve will be Abby Hoyt. Off to the far side. Kirsch pushes it to Carbonell. Back to Kirsch. That's below the net. Had the right idea of the net, but wrong side of it. That's 8-6. There we go. 8-6, Centralia on top. Feeling much better now. Carbonell back to the near side. It'll be to Owens off the front. Lockwood to the front for Hoyt. Back to the far side, and Williams looks like she just sneaks it in there in the corner. It's 9-6.
Yeah, right where the lines meet to make that perfect 90-degree angle. It was right there. Great call by the officials.
Right there at the nexus of the volleyball universe. 9-6 Centralia. Looking to cruise to their first win of the year. Hoyt on the serve. Just past the attack line, Overstreet to the front. Carbonell, they're going to leave for Owens. Right move there. Centralia doesn't know what hit him. There's 3 hits.
Yep.
Back row, all it was triple for Lockwood. Then it was off of Kessler, I believe. Holster tried to give it a go off her fist. It's now 9-7 as the Lady Rams are back within 2. Centralia defended as well as they could have, just ran out of opportunities to hit the ball. Owens. Nice hard serve to the back. It'll be Holster set up front. Swing and a miss in the back row by the Lady Rams. It's 10-7.
Nice little kill into the body of the defender for the Lady Rams. Hard to get those arms extended that quick when that ball's right on top of you like that.
Ready to go on the serve. It'll be Williams for the Annies. Kirsch to pick it up, but it's going to be long and wide right. In terms of the back court, and it's 11-7 Annies. I believe we're going to have a timeout here. This timeout is presented by the Medicine Shop in Mount Vernon, 2339 Broadway, where Dr. Eric Black and his staff are proud to sponsor Rams Athletics for another season. Also proud to support the local community. 11-7 your score in this third varsity set. Lady Rams took the first, Annies took the second. Of course, the freshman match went 3 sets as well. The JV match went 2.
And again, you have Centralia on the ropes, a winless team so far this season. And Mount Vernon let them right back into this thing in that mid-second set, and they have steamrolled. It's been all Centralia since then. They've done a very good job of handling Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon has had the number of unforced errors so far here in this second and especially his third set.
11-7, Annie's on top, looking for win number 1. Williams with the serve. No communication near the back zone for the Lady Rams, and the Annies get the ace. It's 12-7. With 5 Yerson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts, Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking, member FDIC. I believe they're going to play to 25 here in this third set. 12-7 your score. Lady Rams need the return off the Annie serve. It'll come to the near side rush, tips it over. Good play by Kessler. Good job by Beckmeyer to back it up. Holster on the return. It'll be Stewart in the back row to dig it out up front for Carbonell. Centralia's looking for the return on the far side, and there it comes. A little bit of issue up front for the Annies. Lady Rams now looking for a return. It's up to Stewart. Gets it across. Good play by Jones to keep it alive. Now for the Annies, it's Holster looking to swing it across. Lady Rams have some trouble. It's off of rush this time. Swung across by Carbonell into the back row, Williams. Now the far side for Snyder. Stewart for the Lady Rams. Up front, Carbonell. Now, start to call her Micah Jones. That's Whitney Jones. Lady Rams get it across via Carbonell. Hoyt up front for Holster. Able to bump across. Now dug out by Hannah to Hannah Carbonell. And Centralia gave it all they could. Just ran out of energy, ran out of gusto on that play, and it's now 12-8 as the Lady Rams get the kill.
That wasn't much of a kill. Just kind of a one to get back over the net, and it fell in the middle of the Annies where, as you mentioned, the long rally, they didn't have the gas there on that point.
Stewart on the serve. Ooh, just past the attack line. The Annies can't do much with it. Snyder, the outside hitter, had some issues. Neither one of the Annies next to her could catch up to it. It's now 12-9. It'll be Stewart on the serve for Lady Rams. And that was a lift, if anything, not anything else. 12-10. An unforced, well, more of a forced error that time for the Annies.
Oh, it is an unforced error because the return wasn't there.
True. It'll be up to Hoyt as she calls off the rest of the Annies. That's how it's done. Back to the near side. It'll come at the circle. That is McGowan. Good dive by Williams. To Hoyt up front. Here comes Holscher, and that is going to be just in. Or a tip.
I saw a tip. Had to be a tip. Had to be a tip. Ooh, Mount Vernon catches a break there. That ball wobbled.
Had to be, but it isn't, so it's 12-11.
That's a huge break for Mount Vernon.
Here comes the Stewart serve, down 1, 11-12. It'll be Hoyt to the far side. Here comes Snyder's return. Owens stick it out in the back, just shy of the speaker. Now Stewart up front. It'll be up to Micaiah Rush. There's Beckmeyer in the back row. To the front for Hoyt. And that has been the ace in the hole for the Annies, Miss Holscher. She gets the point and the kill. It's going to be 13-11.
I'm going to make a note out to the side. That point that went to Mount Vernon and should have been to Centralia. We'll see if that comes back and play. Could be a factor at the end of this one.
Serve will belong to Kaylee Holscher. Just a sophomore, and it's into the net. It's 14, excuse me. Yep. It is 13-12.
Pressure of serving in a varsity match right there. Threw that thing up, got limp-wristed, kind of aiming the ball instead of serving it. And that's what happens.
For the Lady Rams, Hannah Carpinero, Hannah Owens, Alexis Stewart, Madalena Overstreet, Rachel Kirsch, and Kirsten McGowan. Garbo with the serve. Right down the middle. It'll be Beckmeyer to pick it up. Was looking up front for Hoyt. Back across. Oh, nope. Doesn't quite get over the net from Snyder. And we're tied at 13.
Another unforced error. On a hot, steamy night in this gymnasium, 3 sets at this kind of level, 2 rivals, there's going to be some girls tired. It's going to be a gut effort to get through to get a win here tonight.
You can cut it with a knife. Tied at 13. This third varsity set. Hoyt to the far side. Oh. Hutton was able to get across. It Plink goes off a pair of Lady Ram hands. As 14-13, the Annies back on top. If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home in Dixon, Woodlawn, and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Serve will be Schwartz to Stewart in the back row for the Lady Rams. Up front we go. That'll be McGowan. Good job there by Beckmeyer for the Annies. Schwartz up front, can leave it far side. Better hit that time from Snyder. Got it across. Not quite what they wanted, but at least it was over the net. Lady Rams can't muster a return into the net from the far corner. 15-13 Centralia.
2 significant things going on here. Can Centralia, knowing they're getting closer, put it away? Or will Mount Vernon figure out a way to put the nerves on them on Centralia? It's interesting going here.
2-point differential here. Lady Rams having trouble with communication. It'll be up to Hannah Owens on the final try. Sent back by Hutton. Nobody there. No communication. And it's 16-13. Lady make that Annies.
Yeah, right now you got a lot of the other side of the net, the black and orange, a lot of eyeballs looking at each other right now.
Lady Rams trying not to fall to 500. Annies looking for their first win. 16-13 here in the third set. Up front, it's going to be Carbonell. She's going to drop it off to the near side. Kirsch long. 17-13.
The balloon is letting the air out.
This will be Reagan Schwartz still serving for the Annies. Up for it, 17-13. Here comes the serve. Right down the middle for Stewart. Up front for Carbonell. Gets it across. Now look at the Annies go on the far side. Hutton on a pass, I believe, that was intended for Snyder. Into the net. Lady Rams are back within 3, 17-14. Trying to make this one go the distance. Who wants it more? We're going to find out.
That's what it's going to be about. If Mount Vernon wants to get up off the mat and come back at Centralia, or are they going to cash it in here?
14-17 here as Madalena Overstreet had the serve. Williams got a touch back on the near side, and Beckmeyer tried to rescue it to try to center. Not much she could do when it went far side to the lefty Brandon, who was forced to go right at 17-15. Down just a couple of points now are the Lady Rams. Here comes Overstreet on another serve. Toward the other side, it's long, and now it's 18-15. Ha cha-cha.
Yeah, this is interesting. That's why you play them. We mentioned that in the pregame. When these two schools get together, anything can happen.
Off of the serve, it'll be up front. Tipped back by the Lady Rams. Good thing it was a block because they were about out of hits. Owens to the back for Lockwood. Up front, Schwartz. Now the near side, the lefty Brandon, and that's going to be blocked. The net tipped out of bounds. Point Annie's. It's 19-15.
You just get a feeling, the way the breaks have been going, at Centralia is setting themselves up for a huge upset here.
Lockwood will continue to serve up 19-15. Annies have played much better probably since the latter portions of the first set. Owens on the pass up front. Carbonaro going to drop it off near side for Hannah Owens, and there's a kill off of the spike right at the free throw line. Imagining the basketball lines, it's 19-16.
Man, that's been a while since Mount Vernon's been able to put one together for a point like that.
Kirsten McGowan on the serve. 16 serving 19. The Lady Rams are down 3. Here comes the first try for the Annies. It's blocked up front. Brandon trying to get it across. Good rescue there from underneath the net by the Annies. Good net play. Up front, Carbonaro's going to leave it for Jones. Blocked the net, but the Annies had no one to back up. Point Lady Rams. It's 19-17. Back within 2. Of course, it's your community, your choice, your bank. With friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs, Community First Bank likes to keep it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Off of McGowan's serve, it went to the back row. Good return by Schwartz. Up front, Carbonell. Going to center it to Whitney Jones. Sends it long near side.
Look at him now.
That's the closest balls have come to me here in Changnon Gym. I know that. Almost right to the broadcast booth.
Ooh, yeah. That was close. That's the closest one, I think.
Yeah. 17-20. Lady Rams are down 3. Centralia had the serve, however, and Kirsch had the right idea of trying to float it over the net. Just not enough oomph, and it's 21-17 Annies. This timeout on the floor, however, presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in the King City, where Dr. Eric Black and his staff are proud to sponsor the Mount Vernon Rams for yet another season. Speaking of the Mount Vernon Rams, they will be back at it Friday night with the Triad Knights. J.D. Shields Memorial Stadium, 6:30 your pregame, 7 o'clock your kickoff right here. Same dial location, same web address with video online at WMIXsports.com. Of course, this one here, the Lady Rams can ill afford to drop this set. You do not want your first loss of the season to be your arch nemesis.
You don't want to give that up, especially when they haven't won a match. But wow.
21-17. Beckmeyer with the serve. Carbonaro out front for Kirsch. It goes all the way to the back. It'll be Alexis Stewart. There's Beckmeyer just beyond the attack line. Up front, Short's going to drop it off Holscher. There it is. Snuck it inside to the right. It's 22-17 for making a 5-point set.
On a night when Marion gets their first win in volleyball over Harrisburg, Centralia trying to do the same here tonight.
Beckmeyer serving 22-17. Annie's looking for their first win of the year. Lady Rams looking to stay above 500. Owens goes out to get it. Up front, Carbonaro to be up 2. Ooh, good communication there from Kirsch. Call off her teammate. Now on the near side, the lefty Brandon's going to send it long. Make it 22-18. Scoreboard updates tonight and every night presented by Tony Wilt, State Farm Insurance. For all of your insurance financial service needs, see Tony online. Give him a call. Stop by his office or look for the white State Farm Jeep around town. And while you're looking for that Jeep, look for my pin. It's now 23-18 as the Lady Rams serve goes into the net.
Have not served very well. The Lady Rams only 8 of 16 getting points off serves in his third set. That goes with a 5 for 10 performance in the second set.
Abby Hoyt will serve for the Annies. There it is in the back row. Kirsch got a piece of it, sending up front. Carbonaro now to the near side. Owens. Good block at the net. Back to Owens, trying to push it across. Beckmeyer unaware of Lockwood's presence. Nobody called it off, and that'll be an error out of bounds to the left. Lady Rams keep it alive, 23-19.
And you remember the break that Mount Vernon got? We technically should be at match point. Centralia had one go to Mount Vernon.
Hannah Owens on the serve. Toward the left, there's Lockwood. Looking up front, thought Kessler, but goes Holscher. Good job there by the Lady Rams in the back. Stewart up front, Carbonell now leaves it for Whitney Jones. Floated it over the top. It'll be Hoyt to the left side. Left of the circle, that is. That'll be Holscher. Now Owens in the far corner for the Lady Rams. Looking for some help from Carbonell. Whitney Jones sends it across. Hoyt to the front row. That's going to be Williams. Free ball to the back. That'll be Owens. Now Lady Rams looking for a turn. Carbonell to the near side rush. Snuck it through. Going to have to go toward the bench, and it hits somebody on the bench, so it's out of bounds. Lady Rams get the point. It's going to be 23-20.
Well, another assist. Rush with another kill. Timeout, Annie's.
Timeouts presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and his staff proud to support the Rams and the local community for another year. 23-20 in the third varsity set. Lady Rams took the first. Annie's took the second. Now they're fighting it out here for the match here. A 3-point differential with the Lady Rams trailing 23-20. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Avery Barton with us with the camera angles on WMIXsports.com. Holly Carroll taking care of things on AM 940. Lady Rams back in action on Thursday night with a 6:30 JV start against the Woodlawn Lady Cardinals. So Hannah Owens will have the serve. Down 3 points, trying to avoid match point. Gets it over. Good dive from Lockwood. Up front, Kessler back to Lockwood. Got it across. Good dive by Hannah Owens on the back row, and a good job by Hannah Carbonero, who stepped over the line, and that'll be a point for the Annies. It's match point at 24-20.
Annies will have to get another point. That should have been it, but the Annies now have Mount Vernon's back squarely against the wall.
Annies are looking for win number 1. Lady Rams again trying to stay above 500. They came in 3-2. Annies were 0-7. Match point, 24-20. There goes right down the middle. Kirsch to the front for Carbonell. Now Whitney Jones sneaks it over the top. Picked up in the front row by Hoyt. Leaves it far side for Snyder. Good job by Micaiah Rush. Good return by Snyder. She's come alive here in the third set. It'll be up to Alexis Stewart on the final try for Lady Rams. Oh, they went lift on the early call, and it could have been, but it'll be Emily Williams, who thought she had a clean return going, but just nobody there to back her up. Lady Rams get a reprieve. 21-24 now as they will take over the serve. All of the action tonight and every night is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland with 5 Jefferson County locations, the market leader. Annie's looking for a return. It'll be to Holscher. Good job by Stewart, but it's going to be out of bounds. Looked like it was going to be a good return. Unfortunately, the Annies take it in 3 sets. 21-25, 25-11, and 25-21. We'll tell you all about it in our Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
Friday Night Lights are back. The best in high school football content is right here at WMIX Sports. Don't miss area coaches and our panel of experts as the Saturday Sports Show revisits the region's most important games. We'll also recap the WMIXsports.com scoreboard, plus talk up other local sports. Look for the Saturday Sports Show after the 8 a.m. news on WMIX 940 and WMIXsports.com. Powered by Crossroads Community Hospital. It's more than a hospital. It's what healthcare should be.
Matt credit, no problem. Auto Mart of Salem is here to help. Auto Mart of Salem is your local shop here, pay here headquarters. Quality cars, vans, SUVs, and trucks in stock now. All credit applications are accepted. Shop here and pay here at Auto Mart of Salem, 1819 West Main, Salem, Illinois. Shop online at automartofsalem.com or call us at 618-548-8611.
Protect yourself and the ones you love by getting a flu shot at the Medicine Shop Pharmacy. It's the smart and healthy thing to do. Just walk right in. No appointment is necessary, and no prescription from your doctor is required. The shot is no cost to Medicare primary beneficiaries with Part B. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We have a seasonal flu shot event, which is not just one day, but usually 4 or 5 days that we schedule nurses to come in and give shots. I can also give shots to anybody who can't make those specific days, for example.
The Medicine Shop is also offering flu shot clinics. Here are the dates. Get your flu vaccine between 9 a.m. and 6 p.m. on Tuesday, September 24th, and Thursday, October 3rd. Monday, October 7th, and Tuesday, October 8th. If you're homebound, every effort will be made to schedule a home visit. Call us if you require the service. The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or call 618-242-8776. Jim.
Brindley College Marketplace in Mount Vernon celebrates 12 years on the 12th of September with an open house from 4 to 7. Register to win a new Kindle Fire HD, free haircuts from Studio RLC, and much more. College staff will be on hand to answer questions about education and training programs available at the Marketplace. And look for specials at stores like Brindley College Golf Outlet, Shoe Stop, and Studio RLC. See you from 4 to 7 Thursday, September 12th at the Brindley College Marketplace, Potomac Boulevard, Mount Vernon.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back, Changnon Gymnasium, for your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Lady Rams fall here tonight in 3 sets. Their record will drop to 3-3. The Annies' record improves to 1-7. As the Annies went in here tonight, 21-25, 25-11, and 25-21. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside, and it looked like it was going to go the way of the Lady Ram after a 25-21 victory, but you got the impression Lady Rams went on a 7-0 run when tied at 9. It became 16-9 in that first set, but then the Annies, you kind of got that feeling that they were here to stay and just ran out of time in that first set. Battled back to win the second, and then a courageous battle to win the third.
Total momentum change, especially in that second set. I mean, Mount Vernon came out and got the win late in the first, and Centralia had some momentum then. And then the Annies definitely took it to Mount Vernon in the second set, and Mount Vernon never got their momentum back, never got their emotion back, nothing. It was kind of a bland performance tonight from Mount Vernon. Not sure if because they won the first set, they thought they had the second one wrapped up or not, but boy, Centralia comes in here and again beats the Lady Rams again in a volleyball match.
There you go. And 1-7 now are the Annies. 3-3 are the Lady Rams. Plenty more to talk about on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. We need to sneak in a quick break. This is Lady Rams Volleyball, powered by Community First Bank.
High school sports are back, and your source for scores is WMIXsports.com. Also, find archived local sports broadcasts, video highlights, national sports headlines, and more right at your fingertips. Listen and watch live WMIX sports broadcasts from your desktop or any mobile device. Need to score? Want to see a sick dunk? Miss a game? Didn't get up in time for the Saturday sports show? That's right. It's all at WMIXsports.com. Another free service from Withers Broadcasting. WMIXsports.com.
Face it, life can be very complicated. You need to simplify, streamline, and save time whenever you can. Life just got simpler at People's National Bank. Now get your monthly statement online at peoplesnationalbank.com. If you're looking for a convenient, faster, and safer way to receive your monthly bank statement, sign up for online statements available through People's Online Internet Banking. The next time you're online, go to peoplesnationalbank.com and simplify your life.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC. America's favorite truck is even easier to own at Ford Square in Mount Vernon. Right now, drive away in 2013 Ford F-150 XLTs with as much as $9,500 of total savings, or ask about special 0% financing for up to 60 months. We have regular cabs, super cabs, crew cabs, 4x2s, 4x4s, whatever you need, we will have it in stock or find it just for you. Or if you are in need of something a little more heavy duty, there are a few remaining 2012 F-250s ready to work for the Farm Bureau members, with as much as $10,000 off the MSRP when financing through Ford Motor Credit. We even have a 2012 F-350 ready to roll for $10,750 off MSRP. Wow. We have big savings on heavyweight truck champions at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or see their trucks online at fordsquare.com.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
And we welcome you back here to Changnon Gymnasium. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside for your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon or SchmidtChevrolet.com. As we had a 3-set varsity match, 25-21, 11-25, 21-25 it goes as the Lady Rams fall here tonight. Danny Czerwinski has the stats.
For the stats, Medellin Overstreet had 11 digs. Lexa Stewart, 3 aces, 5 digs. She skipped down to Rachel Kirsch, an ace, an assist, a block, 3 digs, 3 kills. Hannah Owens, an ace, an assist, a block, 6 kills, 6 digs, 9 kills. Kirsten McGowan, an ace, 2 blocks, 2 digs, 2 kills. Hannah Carbonero, 6 assists, 2 digs. Micaiah Rush with a nice match, 6 digs, 2 kills. And Whitney Rush had a block and a kill in this loss for Mount Vernon tonight.
There you go. This is your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Not much left to do here, but bring you a player of the game. We'll do that after a quick break. This is Lady Rams Volleyball from WMIX Sports.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Center. It's been said that in order to grow, you have to change. Very rarely anymore do insurance companies ask the phrase to go out and get 3 estimates. The new phrase insurance companies are asking is, would you like to take your vehicle to one of our direct repair facilities? This is a way for your insurance company and collision repair center to help relieve the stress you may have from your unfortunate incident. And, as Landers Collision Centers has adapted to this forever-changing industry, we are extremely happy to announce that we are a direct repair facility for over 10 different insurance companies. It's likely that one of them is yours. From dealing with your insurance company, setting you up with a rental vehicle, lifetime warranty on repairs, and of course, Landers Free lifetime detailing for qualified customers, Landers Collision Centers literally takes the stress from your incident and turns it back into a shiny new ride for you to enjoy again. Landers is here for you whenever you need it. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC.
Join the Rinley College Marketplace in celebrating 12 years on the 12th of September with an open house from 4 to 7. Take advantage of a free range day at Cherry Creek's driving range, or stop by the Marketplace Fitness Center for a free workout all day. Giveaways include a new Kindle Fire HD, free haircuts at Studio RLC, and more. RLC staff will answer questions about education and training programs available at the Marketplace. Join RLC from 4 to 7 on Thursday, September 12th at the Rinley College Marketplace, Potomac Boulevard, Mount Vernon. Your home for the Mount Vernon Rams is WMIX Sports, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, Changnon Gym, your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. Centralia Annies defeat the Mount Vernon Lady Rams 21-25, 25-11, and 25-21, but we need a Lady Ram player of the game. Probably should have debated that during the break.
One that stood out for me was Micaiah Rush. She did a lot of things, not only offensively, but I thought defensively as well at times. Kind of kept Mount Vernon from really just flat going off the board in the second set and third set. I mean, she tried and battled. I really like what she did on the floor.
So there you go. Micaiah Rush is our player of the game here tonight. The WMIX Sports player of the game for her effort tonight. Though the Lady Rams do lose in 3 sets to the Centralia Annies. That final score again, 25-21, 11-25, 21-25. If you're looking at it from the way of the Mount Vernon Lady Ram, we're back on the air Thursday night. 6:30 is the JV start. We're on the air after that as the Lady Rams will battle the Woodlawn Lady Cardinals. Your next Rams broadcast will be Friday night at 6:30. Your pregame, of course, is the Rams football team will battle the Triad Knights. That's going to do it for us here tonight. For Danny Czerwinski, for Avery Barton, for Holly Carroll, for everyone at WMIX Sports, thank you for listening to Lady Rams Volleyball here on WMIX and watching online at WMIXsports.com. I'm Chris Hugo.